Hey, what's going on everyone? Simpsons Man here, and we are going to be discussing once again this Simpsons arcade machine by Arcade1Up. We have made a few videos about this in the past, and it's just because this has been a very weird release. Before we get into today's news video, I just wanted to say thank you for all the subscribers, and if you do love all things Simpsons, then please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Okay, so finally, Arcade1Up has put the Simpsons arcade machine back on their website. So if you remember when they first announced this was on their website for all of, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then they just took it down, and then it took them months to even make any type of statement or even mention it again. So everyone thought it got scrapped, they were having licensing issues, they had a problem with just the machine itself, but who knows, because we don't exactly know what happened. All we do know is that it is finally on their site for pre-order. So today we're going to discuss everything that we finally know about the Simpsons arcade machine. First thing, big news, they finally have a pre-order. Pre-orders are now going to be open on Monday, August the 16th. So roughly in about 2 weeks, as long as there isn't any other weird delays, we're going to be able to pre-order the machine. How much is it though? So that is one thing they still have not announced, and I don't think they are going to announce until when you are able to actually pre-order it. So if you looked back at any of my other videos, especially my last video that I just talked about this, the other 4-player cabinets that had just released were running over $700. So I'm gonna assume that this one is going to be the same exact price. Also, is that going to be $700 for just the machine, tax, and shipping? Because as you can see from this picture, they do have a stool, and I'm hoping at least for that price, it's gonna include the stool. One funny change they did make was at first, at least it was speculated, that the stool was gonna be a donut, but now it looks like they just used the same artwork from the side of the machine. I personally would have liked the donut stool, but well, it's whatever. But if it doesn't come with the price, like, I'm probably not going to get it. Because usually those run around $80 to $100. So if we're talking about that does not come with it, we're going to be looking at over $800 or even $850 for the whole package. And yeah, that's a lot of money. So if it is true, and if it's around $700 and the stool is separate and tax and shipping, yeah, we're going to be looking at way over $800. And that's a lot of money for just your average person. Hell, it's a lot of money for just person that has a lot of money, because $800 for a little arcade machine might not be worth it to some. So we've talked about the order, we've talked about the speculated price. So what else is there really to talk about? I did want to mention just a few other things before ending the video. We're going to start off with the features and specifications page on the Arcade1Up site. One very big thing I wanted to note, this right here. Please note that accessories included will vary by retail partner. So you might be asking yourself, what exactly does this mean? Well, GameStop, when they had some of the other 4-player cabinets, were also including different games that were not advertised in the Arcade1Up website, and different stools that were not part of the package. So I'm not gonna say that there's gonna be different games on here. Hell, they still haven't even mentioned the bowling game, but we'll get back into that in a second. But I'm assuming that maybe Arcade1Up will have a package deal of the arcade machine and the stool, but other partners like GameStop and a few others might just be selling the cabinet by itself. I guess there's no really need to assume, because I didn't read that far down while making this video. The third line on here says included stool and included tin wall sign. So there you have it right there. So on the Arcade1Up site, they are gonna have the package deal. Now, I don't know what the package deal is gonna cost, but other retail partners probably will not have that package deal. You're also going to be getting online multiplayer, 2 games in 1, a custom riser, a lit marquee, and blah, blah, blah. You could read the rest on there. It's gonna weigh 100 pounds. I'm not sure how much those other ones weigh, but that seems like a lot, especially for shipping. It's going to be fully licensed, easy assembly, plugs in just to a regular wall outlet at your house, put it together, and you'll be playing The Simpsons Arcade in no time. So I said earlier I had some concerns about it, and honestly, my only concern is they still have not mentioned the bowling game not one time. It's very obvious that the ball in the middle is going to be Simpsons Bowling. It's been leaked that it's going to be Simpsons Bowling, but even in their YouTube video, they don't show anybody playing it. In any of the pictures, no one is messing around with that ball or even touching it or anything at all. On the specifications and the feature section, the bowling part is not mentioned 1%. So I'm kind of curious, like, why aren't they even talking about it? It's very obvious it's going to be The Simpsons Bowling, and everyone thought that the reason why this got delayed was because of the bowling game. We heard there were some issues with it, but that was all speculation. But if you remember the arcade game for The Simpsons Bowling, it didn't really suck. It was just very buggy, and it was never fixed. Homer would mess up from time to time. The music would mess up. There was constant disconnects in the actual game. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, that's the only thing that people online, on Reddit, on forums have talked about maybe why this got delayed, besides licensing and besides COVID. But the fact that they have not said anything about it is kind of a shock. And I'm wondering, like, are you going to pre-order this in a few weeks and not know 100% what that second game is? Because I figured they would at least mention it or say something about it. Now, obviously, nobody is buying this for the Simpsons Bowling game. Like, literally nobody is. And if you say you are, you're lying, because you're gonna be buying it for the Simpsons Arcade game. But for the bowling game, that's just kind of like a little added feature on there that you may or may not play. Maybe after you beat the Simpsons Arcade game a few times, you'll want to play some bowling just to kind of swap it up a little bit. But you all know the real reason why everyone's getting this, and it is because the Simpsons Arcade game. So that's all I wanted to talk about on the video. We have the release date, or the pre-order release date, of Monday, August the 16th, which is only a few weeks away. We still don't know how much it costs. We're going to assume it's going to be $700 like the other ones, but who knows? If it's $700 with a stool and that tin thing and all of that included for that price, that'll be pretty decent. But if it's $850 or something because they want to add all those other items and include it in a bundle, that's going to pretty much make a lot of people not want to get it. Hell, $700, people don't want to get it at that price. They would probably like to wait until that Walmart clearance aisle, or maybe Walmart gets it for $400, $300, or even $200, because that's a huge difference in price from that all the way up to $700 or $800. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait to see exactly how much it costs and then kind of go from there. And you know I'll be dropping a new video the second I find out. Also, one quick thing I would love to add before I end the video is I'm really curious to see how good the Wi-Fi works on it. According to everyone that has this, you are able to play with your friends online if they have the same cabinet. So if any of you guys have this Simpsons arcade cabinet, and when I get mine, we can play, I'll play Marge, you can play Homer, and you could be living in Utah and I could be living in Florida, and supposedly we can play lag-free, hopefully, and we can pass through levels together, and maybe we can make that a small little segment that we can kind of play the Simpsons arcade machine with the Simpsons, man. We'll figure that out if and when we get it. So that's gonna be it. Let's go ahead and wrap up the video because it is pretty long and it's just pretty much talking about the same topics at this point, but I did want to say one last thing. I am not sponsored by Arcade1Up. They have never told me to make videos like this. They don't pay me. They don't give me any kind of coupons. They don't send me anything. They've never even reached out to me about any of this at all. The only reason I'm doing this is because I love spreading Simpsons news for everyone to hear about. Because I get so many DMs and messages on my Instagram when videos like this drop, or whenever I post pictures, that people are so dumbfounded because they had never heard about it. When Vans did their release, when Adidas did their release, and they had 20 or 30 shoes between the both of them, I had probably about 1,000 DMs from people that had never even heard about it, which was like, wow, really? Like, that's pretty big Simpsons news, but I'm so glad to be able to make these videos for you guys, because if not, there might be some people that just miss out on them, and I don't want that to happen. As you know, I'm a huge Simpsons fan, so anything I can do to help you find new products of The Simpsons, if it's episodes, if it's shoes, if it's an arcade cabinet, I'm always up for talking about it. I'm always up for helping out. Shoot me a DM, leave me a comment below. However you want to get a hold of me, I'm always down to lend a helping hand. And as always, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please like the video if you did like the video. It does help with the YouTube algorithm, so the more likes the video gets, the more out there in the YouTube world it is, so other people can see it. So people that subscribe to me can see it, but other people that aren't a subscriber might see the video just because you liked the video. Also, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. It's a broken record here, I say it all the time, but there's so many people that watch my videos that aren't subscribed. I think the ratio was like 70% last time I checked that watch the videos that aren't a subscriber already. So if we can even get like 10% of those people to subscribe, that would be amazing. Thank you for all the love and support, and see ya!